Well, it's hard to believe it's been 20 years since Napoleon Dynamite hit the screen. Now we're thrilled to have Efren Ramirez, the one and only Pedro, with us this morning to discuss the movie's legacy and a special screening tonight in Miami. So whether you're still voting for Pedro or reliving those epic dance moves, this is a night you don't want to miss. Good morning.
Good
Welcome
morning
to you. We're so happy to have you here. It's such an honor. So 20 years since this movie came out. How does it feel?
Strangely enough, surprisingly enough, very excited about that.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that a movie can be held so dear to people's hearts, even after 2 decades, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a part of that. And if I could be able to travel the country and celebrate with people and enjoy life as we know it, then you know, you can make a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely, and you're going to be making a difference tonight, you know, at this screening in Miami at the Coleman Theater, and you're being joined by John Hader, who played Napoleon, and also John Grice, who played Uncle Rico.
Correct.
So you guys do these Q&As a little bit here and there across the country. When you have that reunion and you reunite and relive that movie, what does it feel like?
Well, mind you, it's like you work as an actor, and when you work on a film, you just hope that you could embrace some kind of feeling with these other characters playing the story. But John Hader and John Grice became brothers to me, and when you're working on an independent film, all you have is each other. So someone asked us about doing a Q&A and talking about the film, and it became something else. So John Hader and I, and as well as John Grice, started to do these shows where we would screen the movie and then do not only a Q&A, but an interactive, immersive experience with the audience. So sometimes the audience would dress up as the characters. We would put them on stage and we would reenact the scenes. We have a whole musical number, and we even have a time machine on stage where we sort of go back in time. And
that's incredible.
It just feels great.
Yeah, absolutely. And so because these discussions, as you're mentioning, they're interactive, and you're also meeting people from, you know, different generations, young kids, family, because it kind of is a family-friendly movie as well. Talk to me about how, you know, impactful it is to see younger generations embracing this movie.
This film is a film where there's no special effects, there's no green screen, and all we had was each other. So the fact that people can talk about it, where the grandparents would introduce it to their grandkids, or teenagers would introduce it to their parents. This is a film that families can sit together, watch, and enjoy.
Yeah, that's what I did growing up. Absolutely. I mean, that was the family movie night, as we watched Napoleon Dynamite.
You were either Napoleon, or you were Tina, Madrina's character Deb, or you were the Pedro, or you were the Uncle Rico. So for us to see that people can relate to these characters, it's wonderful to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, talk to me a little bit about, I don't want to spoil it for anyone attending tonight, any behind the scenes moments from the movie that you can tell us about looking back on that were really special?
I think there's a lot of moments where because it was such an independent film, about a third of the characters in the film are based on real people in real life. Like Lyle the farmer. We thought, well, who's going to play this role? Well, why don't we just hire Lyle the farmer? And you're like, okay. And I think he's the only one who was able and who was allowed to improvise throughout the entire film.
Oh, how funny is that? Because he was great.
Like
amazingly great. So that's so cool. I didn't even know that. You would have thought that he was a well-working actor. And now, for people who want to keep up with you, who might not be able to attend tonight's screening, you have some projects coming out. Would you like to talk to me briefly about that real quick? Yeah,
sure. I have a film with Danny Trejo called 7 Cemeteries, and it comes out on Friday.
Oh, exciting.
It's an ode to the Magnificent Seven, or the Seven Samurai, where it's a horror/comedy. Where Danny Trejo kind of has to bring out 7 dead people to take on the bad guy, and I play Miguel, and I work right along with him to go against the bad guy, who played by Sal Lopez. But it's got all these wonderful actors in it. So,
it sounds amazing. Well, congratulations on that as well. And remember, you don't want to miss this exclusive one-night experience happening tonight at the Coleman Theater. We'll, of course, have details on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Of course, thank you so much for being with us this morning. It was an honor.
Oh, yeah, of course. My pleasure.
Happy to have you. We'll be right back.